Let's start by understanding what we're really dealing with when we talk about blackheads. Because the truth is, most people think blackheads are simply dirt trapped inside pores, something you can scrub away if you just wash your face hard enough. But that's not what's happening at all. A blackhead isn't dirt, and it's not a sign that your skin is dirty. It's actually a natural process your skin goes through when oil-dead skin cells and bacteria mix together and get trapped inside a pore. When that mixture is exposed to air, it oxidizes, and that's what turns it black. So what you're seeing isn't filth, it's chemistry. And when you understand that, you start treating your skin differently. You stop fighting it and you start working with it. Now here's the tricky part. Blackheads can appear on anyone at any age and on any skin type. They love areas that produce more oil, like the nose, chin, and forehead. That's because these areas are rich in sebaceous glands, the tiny factories under your skin that produce sebum, your skin's natural oil. Sebum isn't the enemy, in fact, it's essential. It keeps your skin soft, flexible, and protected. But when there's too much of it, and it mixes with dead skin that hasn't shed properly, you get a little blockage. And that blockage becomes a blackhead. It's your skin's way of saying, hey, I'm overwhelmed, I need a bit of balance. And that's where most people go wrong. They attack, they pick, they squeeze, they scrub, thinking the harder they go, the cleaner their skin will get. But what actually happens is the complete opposite. Aggressive scrubbing can strip away your skin's protective barrier, leaving it dry, irritated, and more prone to breakouts. Squeezing can rupture the walls of your pores, pushing bacteria deeper and causing inflammation. What could have been a tiny blackhead now becomes a painful pimple, or worse, a scar that takes months to fade. That's why understanding what blackheads are and what they're not is so important. You can't fix something you misunderstand. The key is to see blackheads not as something disgusting that needs to be attacked, but as a signal that your skin is producing a bit more oil than it can handle. It's a balancing act, not a battle. Gentle care, patience, and consistency always work better than aggression. The moment you start respecting your skin's process, you'll see a real difference, not just in how it looks, but in how it feels. Another important point to remember is that blackheads form gradually. They don't appear overnight. So when you suddenly notice a cluster of them on your nose or cheeks, it's actually the result of days or even weeks of buildup. That means prevention is just as important as treatment. Simple habits like cleansing regularly with a gentle cleanser, exfoliating with the right products, and keeping your pores clear make a huge difference over time. Your skin rewards consistency, not quick fixes. People often ask, if blackheads are natural, why do I get more than others? The answer usually lies in a mix of genetics, hormones, and habits. Some people naturally produce more oil while others have slower cell turnover, meaning dead skin lingers on the surface longer. Even something as simple as touching your face too often can transfer oils and bacteria that worsen congestion. So it's not just about one thing, it's about how all these small factors come together. And once you identify what's triggering yours, you can start to manage it more effectively. Understanding blackheads also helps you make smarter choices about your skincare products. Many people reach for harsh scrubs, alcohol-based toners, or stripping cleansers because they want that squeaky clean feeling. But squeaky clean skin is actually over clean skin, and when your skin feels stripped, it goes into panic mode, producing even more oil to compensate. It's a vicious cycle that keeps blackheads coming back. What your skin really needs is balance, products that clean without over drying, exfoliate without irritation, and hydrate without clogging. When your skin feels calm and supported, it naturally regulates itself better. So the next time you see a blackhead, don't panic, don't poke, and definitely don't punish your skin for doing what it's designed to do. Instead, take it as a gentle reminder that your skin needs a bit of care and attention. That's it. Understanding the real science behind blackheads takes away the fear and frustration and replaces it with patience and control. Because once you understand your skin, you stop fighting it, and that's when true healing begins. That's where the real difference starts, not with force, but with understanding. Before you even think about extracting a blackhead, the most important step is preparation. This is where most people make their first mistake. They rush straight into squeezing or scrubbing, thinking that if they just apply enough pressure, everything will come out clean. But skin doesn't work that way. It's not a surface you can force into submission. It's a living organ that responds to how you treat it. If you want safe, effective, and gentle extractions, you have to start by getting your skin ready. Think of your pores like tiny doorways. When they're cold, tight, or clogged, they don't want to open. You can't just barge in, you have to coax them open slowly. That's why softening the skin first is crucial. Warmth and moisture are your best friends here. A few minutes of gentle steam or a warm towel compress helps to loosen the oil and dead skin inside the pores. This simple step can make all the difference because it reduces the amount of pressure you need to apply later. It's a lot like loosening a jar lid. The more you prepare, the easier it opens without damaging anything. But preparation isn't only about warmth. It's also about making sure the surface of the skin is clean and calm. Start with a gentle cleanser. Nothing too harsh, nothing that leaves your skin tight or dry. The goal is to remove dirt, makeup, and excess oil without stripping your skin barrier. When your skin is balanced and hydrated, your pores are more receptive and your extractions are much safer. Now, one of the most overlooked steps before extraction is exfoliation. Exfoliating helps clear away the layer of dead skin cells that sit on the surface and block the pores. If you skip this step, you're trying to extract through a layer of buildup, which makes everything harder and more irritating. But here's the key. It has to be the right kind of exfoliation. You want something gentle and effective, not gritty or rough. Physical scrubs with large particles can create microtears and inflame the skin. Instead, go for a chemical exfoliant like salicylic acid. It's oil soluble, meaning it can penetrate deep into the pores and break down the debris that's clogging them. This makes the extraction process smoother and less aggressive. Patience is everything here. When you rush, you end up with redness, swelling, or even broken capillaries. All signs your skin wasn't ready. But when you take the time to prep, you'll notice how much easier everything feels. The blackheads release with minimal effort, the pores stay intact, and the skin recovers faster. It's not just about getting results, it's about protecting your skin in the process. Another key part of preparation is making sure your hands and tools are clean. It's something that sounds obvious, but it's often ignored. Your fingers carry bacteria, even if you've just washed them. And if you press directly on your skin, you're risking infection. If you must use your hands, wrap your fingertips in soft tissues or use sterile cotton swabs to create a gentle barrier. Better yet, if you're using a come-down extractor tool, disinfect it before and after use with rubbing alcohol. These small details prevent inflammation and ensure the process remains safe. It's also important to pay attention to your skin's condition before extraction. If you're dealing with active acne, inflammation, or irritation, it's best to wait. Trying to extract from inflamed or broken skin only makes things worse and increases your risk of scarring. The goal isn't to clear every pore in one sitting. It's to improve your skin gradually. Healthy skin takes time, and rushing only sets you back. Sometimes people ask if it's okay to apply a clay mask or pore strip before extraction. The truth is both can help in moderation, but they shouldn't replace proper preparation. Clay masks can help draw out impurities, but they should be used before steaming, not after. And pore strips, while satisfying, can be too aggressive and may damage delicate areas like the sides of the nose. If you choose to use them, do it sparingly and always follow up with calming skincare. Once you've prepared your skin correctly, it's warm, clean, exfoliated, and relaxed, you've already done most of the work. Extraction becomes less about force and more about finesse. You'll notice the difference immediately. Your pores will release more easily and your skin will look calmer afterward. That's what real skincare is about, creating the right environment for your skin to cooperate, not fighting against it. The truth is, good preparation doesn't just make extractions easier, it protects your skin long after you're done. It sets the foundation for healing and recovery. So before you start, slow down, take your time, and give your skin the care it needs, because when your skin is ready, everything else falls into place, and that's where safe, gentle, and beautiful results begin. When it comes to the actual extraction of blackheads, this is the moment where most people get nervous. There's a lot of pressure to make it perfect, to get that stubborn plug out immediately, and that's where the mistakes happen. The key thing to understand is that extraction isn't about brute force, it's about finesse. See? It's about knowing how to work with your skin, not against it. Skin is delicate and resilient at the same time, and when you treat it with care, it responds beautifully. When you treat it with force, you risk irritation, broken capillaries, and scarring. So gentle pressure is the name of the game, and patience is your ally. Before you start, make sure your hands and tools are completely clean. This isn't optional. Bacteria is everywhere. And even a tiny amount can cause inflammation or infection if it gets into an open pore. If you're using a tool, disinfect it with rubbing alcohol. If you're using your fingers, wrap them in a clean tissue or cotton swab to avoid direct contact. Think of this as creating a protective barrier. It keeps the process safe and prevents any setbacks that could undo all the preparation you just did. When you're ready to extract, approach each blackhead individually. Not every pore will release the same way, and that's okay. Some blackheads are shallow and will come out easily with very light pressure, while others are deeper and more stubborn. The important thing is to never force it. If a blackhead doesn't release immediately, it's not ready. Forcing it only stretches the pore, tears surrounding tissue, and increases the chance of permanent marks. Gentle, steady pressure works far better than quick, hard bursts. You want to coax the pore to release, not demand it. The technique itself is simple once you understand it. Use circular or slight pressing motions around the blackhead. Rather than directly pushing down, the pressure should come from the surrounding skin, which helps guide the plug out naturally. You'll feel it give way when the pore is ready, and that moment is usually very satisfying. But if there's resistance, stop and move on. Extraction is not a race. Each blackhead you remove safely is a win, and each one you leave because it isn't ready is actually a smarter choice. Many people make the mistake of trying to remove multiple blackheads at once. The problem with this approach is that your attention and care are divided. Each pore deserves its own moment. Extracting carefully and individually ensures that you're applying just the right amount of pressure, reducing trauma and preventing unnecessary redness. Think of it like tending a garden. You handle each plant with care rather than trying to dig up the entire plot at once. Another common issue is over-extraction. Sometimes after a few successful extractions, people become overconfident and start pressing harder or picking at areas that don't need it. This can quickly lead to irritation or even scarring. The skin's response to over-extraction is often delayed, meaning you might not see the damage immediately, but it will show up in the form of redness, bumps, or post-inflammatory marks later. Moderation and mindfulness are essential. Treat your skin the way you would treat delicate fabric, gentle, precise, and with respect. It's also important to be realistic about what you can achieve at home. Some blackheads are too deep or too stubborn to remove safely without professional help. Trying to force them out risks tearing the pore or spreading bacteria. Knowing your limits is part of the extraction process. This is why regular, gentle care works better than occasional aggressive extraction. If you see a blackhead that won't budge, leave it for the next session or seek a professional. Your skin will thank you. After extraction, you'll notice your skin may be a little red or sensitive. That's normal. It's a sign that the pore has been opened and the surrounding tissue has been gently stimulated. The goal isn't to make the skin look perfect immediately. The goal is to do it safely and allow it to heal naturally. Patience in the extraction process translates to patience in recovery. When you treat your skin with gentleness during extraction, you minimize trauma and maximize results. Remember that extraction is not just about removing blackheads, it's about maintaining the integrity of your skin. Every gentle press, every careful motion, and every decision to leave a stubborn blackhead alone is a step toward healthier skin. Extraction should feel controlled and deliberate, not rushed or aggressive. By approaching it this way, you're creating an environment where your pores can stay clear, your skin can heal, and you can enjoy smoother, calmer skin without damage. Safe, gentle extraction isn't a skill you master overnight. It's developed through mindfulness, patience, and respect for your skin's natural rhythm. When you focus on technique rather than force, you'll notice how much easier the process becomes, how much calmer your skin looks afterward, and how much healthier your pores feel over time. The results aren't just in what you remove, but in how well you protect the skin that surrounds it. That care is what leads to lasting, visible improvement in skin that truly looks and feels its best. Once you've gone through the process of gently extracting blackheads, your work isn't done. In fact, the next step, post-extraction care, is just as important as the extraction itself. After a blackhead is removed, the pores are essentially open. That might not sound like a big deal, but open pores are vulnerable. They're more susceptible to bacteria, irritation, and inflammation. The way you care for your skin immediately after extraction can determine how well it heals, how quickly it recovers, and how your skin looks in the days that follow. This is the time to be gentle, deliberate, and intentional with every product you use. The first thing to do is calm the skin. You might notice some redness or mild swelling around the areas you worked on, and that's perfectly normal. Your skin has just been stimulated and it's reacting to that. To reduce redness and soothe inflammation, use a cold compress or a calming toner. Cold compresses help constrict blood vessels, which decreases swelling and helps the skin settle. Toners with calming ingredients like aloe vera, chamomile, or niacinamide are excellent because they soothe the skin and help reinforce the barrier without adding any extra irritation. This step isn't just cosmetic. It's a protective measure that supports your skin's natural healing process. Hydration is the next key element. Many people mistakenly think that oily or acne-prone skin should be moisturized, especially after extraction. The truth is, every skin type benefits from hydration. Moisturizing helps restore the barrier that keeps skin healthy, prevents overproduction of oil, and aids in recovery. Opt for a lightweight, non-comedogenic moisturizer that won't clog pores, but will provide sufficient moisture. Ingredients like hyaluronic acid are perfect because they draw water into the skin without making it greasy. When your skin is properly hydrated, it heals faster, redness diminishes sooner, and the risk of new breakouts is reduced. Another important part of aftercare is protecting the skin. Exposure to sunlight immediately after extraction can be damaging because the skin is more sensitive. UV rays can worsen redness, cause irritation, and even darken post-inflammatory marks. Using a broad spectrum sunscreen is essential, even if you're staying indoors for a while. Think of sunscreen as part of your healing routine. It shields the skin while it's vulnerable and ensures that the results of your extraction last longer. It's also crucial to avoid touching or picking at your skin post-extraction. Even though it might be tempting to check if your pores are completely clear, touching the area introduces bacteria and oils from your fingers, which can lead to irritation or infection. For the first 24 to 48 hours, treat your skin like it's fragile, because it is. This period of restraint is one of the most effective ways to ensure your skin recovers cleanly and smoothly. Using gentle, supportive skincare products after extraction helps maintain your skin's balance. Avoid harsh scrubs, strong chemical exfoliants, or alcohol-based products immediately afterward. While they may feel satisfying or cleansing, these products can inflame freshly extracted pores and undo all the careful work you just did. Instead, focus on calming, nourishing, and protecting your skin. This could include serums with niacinamide, soothing masks, or lightweight moisturizers that strengthen the skin barrier. The goal is to restore equilibrium rather than shock the skin with more aggressive treatment. Consistency in aftercare makes a huge difference. The actions you take in the first few hours and days after extraction lay the groundwork for your skin's long-term health. By taking the time to calm, hydrate, and protect your skin, you're preventing new issues from developing and reinforcing the results of your extraction. Your skin will look calmer, smoother, and more balanced because you respected its needs when it was at its most vulnerable. It's also worth noting that everyone's skin responds differently. Some people experience mild redness that disappears within hours, while others may have sensitivity that lasts a day or two. Observing your skin and adjusting your aftercare routine accordingly is part of effective skin management. Listening to your skin signals, warmth, tightness, or slight irritation, helps you give it exactly what it needs to recover optimally. Proper aftercare isn't just a follow-up step, it's the bridge between extraction and long-term skin health. It protects your pores, soothes inflammation, and supports your skin barrier, ensuring that the benefits of extraction are maximized. It also sets the stage for future treatments, helping your skin respond better and reducing the likelihood of recurring blackheads. By respecting the recovery period and treating your skin with care, you're not just reacting to blackheads, you're actively maintaining healthier, stronger skin over time. Taking the time to care for your skin after extraction is where patience pays off. Gentle treatment, proper hydration, calming ingredients, and protection from external stressors all work together to ensure your skin recovers fully and beautifully. This careful, deliberate approach is what separates temporary results from lasting improvement and what makes your skin resilient, balanced, and ready to thrive. Even after you've carefully extracted blackheads and followed up with proper aftercare, maintaining the results is where the real work begins. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is that once a blackhead is removed, their skin will automatically stay clear. The truth is, your skin is constantly producing oil, shedding dead cells, and reacting to your environment. Without consistent care, blackheads can come back just as quickly as they were removed. The goal isn't to fight your skin, but to support it in maintaining balance so that those pores stay clean and healthy over time. The foundation of maintaining results starts with cleansing. It's important to cleanse twice daily, once in the morning to remove overnight buildup, and once at night to clear away dirt, sweat, and makeup. But the cleanser you choose matters just as much as the routine itself. Harsh, stripping cleansers might feel satisfying because they leave your skin feeling tight, but they actually trigger your sebaceous glands to produce even more oil, which leads to congestion and more blackheads. Gentle, non-comedogenic cleansers that respect your skin's natural barrier are the way to go. Cleansing isn't about overdoing it, it's about consistency and balance. Exfoliation is the next key step for long-term maintenance. Blackheads form when dead skin cells build up and mix with oil, so keeping those cells under control is essential. But this doesn't mean scrubbing aggressively every day. Over-exfoliation damages the skin, causes irritation, and can even make blackheads worse. Chemical exfoliants like salicylic acid or mild alpha hydroxy acids work on a cellular level to dissolve buildup within the pores and encourage healthy turnover without trauma. Using these 2 to 3 times per week keeps the pores clear while maintaining the skin's integrity. Exfoliation done right is preventative, not punishing. Moisturizing is often underestimated in its importance for blackhead prevention. Many people with oily or acne-prone skin skip this step thinking it will make their skin worse. The opposite is true. When your skin is properly hydrated, it doesn't overcompensate by producing excess oil. Lightweight, non-comedogenic moisturizers, especially those containing soothing or barrier supporting ingredients like hyaluronic acid or niacinamide, help maintain the balance your skin needs. Hydrated skin is healthy skin, and healthy skin is less likely to develop new blackheads. Another pillar of maintaining results is sun protection. Sunscreen isn't just for preventing wrinkles or sunburn, it protects the skin barrier and prevents post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. After extractions or any exfoliation, your skin is more sensitive, and UV exposure can darken areas that are healing or trigger increased oil production. A broad-spectrum sunscreen applied daily shields your skin from harmful rays and supports the long-term results of your blackhead care routine. Lifestyle habits also play a surprisingly large role. Factors like diet, hydration, sleep, and stress can influence oil production and skin turnover. While these aren't the only contributors, neglecting them can undo the work of careful cleansing, extraction, and skincare. Drinking enough water, getting adequate rest, and managing stress all help your skin maintain equilibrium. When you pair good habits with a solid skincare routine, your pores are much less likely to become clogged again. Consistency is everything when it comes to long-term maintenance. One-off extractions or occasional careful cleansing won't provide lasting results. Your skin is an ongoing project. It's dynamic and ever-changing. Checking in with your routine, adjusting products seasonally, and paying attention to how your skin responds over time ensures that your efforts are cumulative. Preventing blackheads isn't about one perfect day of care. It's about the small, consistent actions repeated every day. Equally important is knowing when to adjust your approach. Skin changes over time. What worked 6 months ago might not be ideal today. Hormonal shifts, environmental changes, or even new skincare products can affect oil production and pore congestion. Staying observant and flexible with your routine allows you to address these changes before they become a problem. This proactive approach keeps your skin balanced, reduces the need for aggressive extraction, and maintains the clear results you've worked hard to achieve. It's also important to remember that maintenance doesn't mean obsessing over every pore. Healthy skin is a combination of care and patience. A few blackheads here and they're normal and not a sign of failure. What matters is reducing the overall buildup, preventing new blockages, and keeping your skin calm and healthy. When your approach focuses on support rather than punishment, your skin responds with clarity and resilience. Maintaining results is ultimately about building a sustainable routine that works with your skin, not against it. Cleanse gently, exfoliate smartly, hydrate consistently, protect from the sun, and support your skin through lifestyle habits. When you combine all of these elements with patience and observation, the results are lasting. Clear, healthy pores aren't the product of luck or one-time effort. They're the outcome of thoughtful, consistent care that honors your skin's natural rhythm. Even with the best at-home care, there comes a point when knowing your limits is just as important as knowing your routine. Safe and gentle blackhead extraction works well for many, but there are times when professional help is not just a convenience, it's essential. Recognizing when to reach out to a dermatologist or licensed esthetician is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. Skin is resilient, but it has its limits, and pushing past those limits can result in damage that's much harder to repair than the original blackheads. Some blackheads are deceptively simple on the surface, but deeply embedded beneath the skin. These stubborn plugs are often too difficult to remove safely at home. Trying to force them out can lead to torn pores, scarring, or infection. Professionals have the right tools, sterilization methods, and training to handle these deep blockages without compromising the surrounding skin. What might take you multiple attempts with potential redness and irritation can often be resolved quickly and safely with an expert touch. It's not about taking the easy way out. It's about prioritizing long-term skin health over immediate gratification. Inflamed or cystic acne is another area where professional care is necessary. These are not the blackheads you can gently press out. Trying to extract a cyst or inflamed lesion can make it worse, spreading bacteria and causing more redness, pain, and potential scarring. Professionals can safely address these issues, often combining extraction with topical or in-office treatments to reduce inflammation and prevent recurrence. They're trained to recognize the difference between what can be treated at home and what needs careful medical attention, which is critical for preserving your skin's integrity. Even with routine maintenance, some blackheads seem to resist all-at-home methods. If you find that you're consistently dealing with stubborn congestion despite following a proper cleansing, exfoliation, and hydration routine, it's a clear signal to seek guidance. A professional can identify underlying factors contributing to persistent blackheads, whether it's hormonal shifts, overactive sebaceous glands, or clogged follicles that need specialized treatment. They can also recommend treatments like chemical peels, microdermabrasion, or laser therapies that gently clear pores without trauma, options that are simply not safe to attempt on your own. Understanding when to ask for help also reduces the temptation to over-extract. Many people get frustrated when blackheads don't respond immediately, leading to excessive picking, squeezing, or harsh scrubbing. This behavior almost always causes more harm than good. A professional approach allows for a controlled, methodical removal process that respects your skin's natural barrier and minimizes the risk of scarring. When you know when to stop and when to get help, you protect your skin while still achieving the results you want. Regular check-ins with a dermatologist or licensed esthetician can also be preventive. Even if you're managing blackheads effectively at home, a professional can provide guidance. Adjust your routine and monitor changes in your skin. This proactive approach can help catch early signs of congestion, acne, or other skin issues before they escalate. It's like having a roadmap for your skin. You know what's safe to handle yourself and what requires expert intervention. Mental and emotional health also plays a role here. Constantly worrying about blackheads, obsessing over every pore, or feeling frustrated when they reappear can take a toll. Seeking professional help isn't just about the physical removal, it's about giving yourself peace of mind. When you know your skin is in capable hands, you can approach your at-home routine with calm confidence and consistency. That balance makes a significant difference in your overall skin health. It's important to remember that skincare is not about perfection. Some pores will never be perfectly clear, and some blackheads will occasionally return. The goal is to maintain healthy skin, minimize damage, and respond appropriately to challenges. Professionals exist to help you navigate the more difficult or persistent issues safely, ensuring that your skin remains strong, resilient, and balanced. Their expertise complements your at-home care, creating a partnership that keeps your skin looking and feeling its best over time. Knowing when to seek help is ultimately a form of respect for your skin and its limits. It's about recognizing that some situations require skill, precision, and tools beyond what's available at home. It's also about protecting yourself from unnecessary irritation, infection, or scarring. By combining careful at-home routines with professional guidance when needed, you create a system of care that is both safe and effective. This approach ensures that your skin can thrive long-term, free from the damage that comes from impatience or overconfidence. Asking for help when it's necessary is not a failure. It's a smart, proactive choice that preserves the health, appearance, and strength of your skin. Safe, gentle blackhead removal works best when it's paired with the wisdom to know when to let the experts step in.